Rise. Judge Vunda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1030, Armstrong case.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Armstrong.
Yes, Ms. Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Miss Tally over here, we decided to have a baby together about 3 years ago. And we got a divorce. And now I just need her to pay some child support.
Okay. Well, you guys are going through a divorce, right?
Well, yeah, sorry, we're going through a divorce. I wish it was over already. But I have been paying health care for a long time, ever since the baby was born.
How much is the health care?
It's $111 a month.
Okay.
This baby is 2 years old. We've been together for about 3 years, and I just, that's a lot of money.
Okay, and you want her to pay child support?
And I need that money.
Okay, she needs that money. You don't want to pay that money?
No, ma'am. Instead, I want to spend time with this child. She's not allowing me to see my son, Alex.
All right, buckle up, because this case is about to get messy. We're talking a heated courtroom showdown involving child support, custody, and, wait for it, denied parental access. Mrs. Armstrong says she wants financial help raising the child. But Miss Tally fires back, saying she hasn't even been allowed to see her own child in over a year. And here's where it gets wild. The judge is not having it. What starts off as a routine hearing quickly spirals into something else entirely. Stick around, because this case takes a sharp turn, and trust me, you won't believe how it ends.
The last year and a half.
Okay.
I mean, I have an amazing 2-year-old son that I'm being denied access to see. And I do not believe that I should be paying child support. Rather than I should be able to spend time with my son and actively be in his life.
Okay. Is there a reason you have not been allowing her to see Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, Judge, I feel like time is not money. And,
Well, stop. Hold on. It's not money.
Mm-hmm.
But you would agree with me that she is the mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would you want for her to deny you access to Alex?
Well, it would be
It's
different.
a yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So, you do not have a reason to not allow her to see her son.
But she doesn't help me take care of my son.
Now, financially, we'll get to that in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to have a choice if the child is living with you primarily. Is that what's
Correct.
going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how often do you allow her to see him at all?
No.
Okay, now that's going to change today. You do not have any authority to do that. You do not have it both ways. You can't say, I want her to pay this money, but at the same time...
Hold on, did you catch that? Miss Tally says she hasn't seen her own son in over a year and a half. That's a massive red flag in family court. Let's clear something up. Child support and custody are legally separate issues. You can't block a parent from seeing their child just because they're behind on support payments. That's not justice. That's retaliation. And then came the jaw-drop moment. Interview 3. Once she starts paying, then she can see our son. Whoa, that's not how parenting works. This is a Netflix subscription. You don't pay a fee to unlock access to your child. The judge? Shut that logic down immediately. And rightfully so. The court's job is to protect the child's best interests. And that almost always means maintaining a relationship with both parents. No paywall. No conditions. Just what's best for the kid. This case just went sideways fast. And it's only getting deeper.
It doesn't work like that.
Well, once she starts paying me some money, then she can also start seeing the son.
Well, they don't go together. Okay. But the possession to a child has nothing to do with paying child support. You do not decide that. You understand? Okay, because in a different court, you could actually be held in contempt for that if you all had a court order and you were denying her access to your son. You understand that, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, as for you, you'll be able to see your son, but you do understand that you have to pay child support as well.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have any objection to paying
No,
child
ma'am.
support. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, all right. So it seems like money is what's important to you, not necessarily her having a relationship with the child. That's right?
Yes.
And that's sad. And it's very sad that you admitted it. Okay, so you turned in some tax returns up here. I have your gross at $6,000 a year. And how many children? It's just Alex, right?
It's just one. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other children outside of Alex?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that brings your net down to $4,789.79 for one child.
And now, let's
Miss Tally's child support, it's been calculated fairly based on her actual income, landing at $1,069 per month, including healthcare reimbursement. Does she like it? Nope. Does she have a choice? Also nope, because family law isn't about feelings, it's about fairness. And let's not forget, this is a woman who's been completely cut off from her child for over a year. In that context, this ruling isn't just about money. It's the beginning of a long overdue reality check. The court's message is clear. You can't weaponize access to a child, and you can't dodge financial responsibility either. Things are just heating up, and if this is a start, you know the next hearing is going to be even more explosive.
And then you do have to reimburse her health insurance because she's
Absolutely.
been paying it. You're okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you don't really have a choice, so, okay. Plus the 111 comes out to $1,069 a month.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions about
No,
that?
ma'am, it's Judge.
Okay. Why do you have this smirk on your face?
Oh, I like those numbers. Judge Rondo. Judge Rondo.
Sad. She's not going to have to come back in here and say, you know, she's not letting me see my child or anything like that, is she?
So when she sees the child,
That
do I
mean-
have
that's
to
a
be
no.
around?
That's a no, because you're not going to do that, right? You're going to let her see the child.
Do I
Yes.
have to be around her when she comes? She has to come pick the child up, like for a weekend.
Yeah, however she picks him up. I mean, you guys have a child, so you should be able to be cordial with each other to some extent. You don't have to necessarily like each other, but
It has
you
to
do
be
need
able
to
to
let her
benefit the
see.
child.
Huh?
It has to be able to benefit the child. I mean, you have to look at Alex's best interest in his life. He needs both of his moms. It's like you can't just deny one.
Really just asked, what's the right amount of time I have to let her see our son? As if co-parenting is some kind of bargaining chip. That let's be real. Parenting isn't a transaction, and the judge, she's not playing any games today. She made it crystal clear. You don't get to hold a child hostage over money. And honestly, that question alone shows just how twisted the priorities have gotten here. This isn't about what's best for the child, it's about control. But the courtroom just delivered the wake-up call. You can't claim to act in a child's interest while actively cutting them off from a parent. Time to shift the focus back to what really matters, the kid.
What's the
I agree
least
with that.
of amount of time that I can let her spend with my child?
You know what? We're not going to go there. You're going to let her see him. And that's the end of it. You have your money, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So do you have any other questions? All right. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And just like that,
And just like that, justice is served. The judge shut down every excuse, ruled decisively on child support, and, most importantly, made sure Miss Tally gets to see her son. This case is a perfect example of why courts separate child support from parental access. Because at the end of the day, it's not about personal grudges. It's about what's best for the child, and no more pay-to-play parenting. No more emotional gatekeeping. Just clear accountability and a child's right to have both parents in their life. So what do you think? Was this ruling fair? Drop your thoughts in the comments, backhand index pointing down. And if you love breaking down real courtroom drama, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more coming your way.